Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, everybody. How you guys doing tonight? Hopefully, you guys are doing wonderful. It's Friday night. I mean, really, can't get any better than that. Can't get any better than that. I feel like Friday night's the best night because then you can sleep in Saturday and you're kind of tired from work. And then Sunday, you don't like Sunday nights or Saturday night kind of sucks because Sunday you got probably a bunch of stuff to do for the work week. But if you're new to the channel, we do talk all things true crime here. And I'm Tanya. Nice to meet you. And if you're returning, Titan coming back for another round, thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. You guys are my fam. I was reading the chat. I just got lost in the chat there for a minute. Sorry, guys. But welcome on in. If you guys don't mind taking a second, click that like button. Click the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed to the channel. If you'd like to be, we'd love to have you here. We'd love to have you. And I'm going to go ahead and put I usually have this ready, but if you guys would like to become a member of our great channel, I will put the members in or the live in. Well, I'll have to do it here in a minute because, well, no, actually I can do it now. Sorry, guys. If we don't have a little difficulty on a live, then it's just not a live, There we go. And I didn't even pin that. So there we go. We're there. Welcome on in, everybody. Hey, Cheryl, Doodlebug, Jan's here. So we had a lot of people in here. Mary Beth, hey, welcome in, everybody. We got a lot of case updates. Hey, Otto, we have a ton. That's why I was a little late. I really outdid myself. I really did. Is St. Patty's Day on Sunday? It is, isn't it? I have a shirt I want to wear on Sunday, and it's not green. Hey, Ashley. Hey, CJK. Hey, welcome in, everybody. Hey, Steve. It's nice to see everybody. Mr. Rosebud's in here. We got them all. We got Linda. Jesus loves me. We got everybody. Well, cool. I love it. West Virginia Hollow Girl. We got all kinds of people in here. We're all ready to hear the news that's going on. Hey, Jen DC. I always want to say Jen Doc. Is that what it's supposed to be? I wonder. That's what I always think. But it's probably just Jen DC. Well, welcome in. And after you hit the like button, sit down, get settled, talk to the person below you and above you. I always say that because you never know when you're going to make a friend. I usually have my screen shared. So tonight we're going to go over a few different cases if you guys haven't already figured that out. So we're going to go over Madeline Soto, Riley Strand, Sebastian Rogers, and Elijah Vu. So we've got a lot to go over. So I figured we'll try to spend about a half hour or a little less on each case. That way we kind of put them through, Jen DC. Okay. It reminds me of Jen Doc. So if I ever call you that, I'm sorry. I don't know why. Probably because there's no O there. But I think that there is. Okay. So I'll go ahead and pull this up. We'll get the missing person flyer. So before we start every case or, every case, I'll go ahead and put the missing person flyer up in the up there so that you guys can see it. And hey, Yellow Blue, hey, pork. I said that wrong. Brook Park. I said pork. I don't know where I got that. I don't know where. Maybe I was wondering where Aries York was. That's probably what it was. We have a member, or well, not a member. He's a member too, though. Subscriber, family member. So the first case we'll talk about this evening is Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. I love his full name. I could just see him saying it, especially when he's like younger, like a kid. I could just see him saying, "My name's Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers." So Sebastian Rogers of Hendersonville, Tennessee, went missing on February 26, 2024. He was last seen near Beach High School on Stafford Court. He was wearing a black sweatshirt and black sweatpants, which they later on switched out to be a black long sleeve shirt, black pants with a stripe down the side. Sebastian is autistic and likes to hide under things, so TBI is asking residents who live near the search area around Beach High School along Long Hollow Pike may want to check outbuildings, garages, cars, and under decks in case Sebastian used any of these as hiding places. If you know or seen, Sebastian's whereabouts, please call Sumner County Sheriff's Office at 615-451-3838 or TBI at 1-800-TBI-FIND, which I don't understand why more people don't reach out to the TBI FIND number. They always call, I guess, the police. I don't know. I guess I would call both if it was me because, FBI, TBI, or Tennessee Bureau, you can't beat that really, But there's pictures of him there. So there is some new news out. Let me go ahead and move over here to my notes. So there is some new news out. The TBI put out a statement today, and they're just kind of saying that they're not, they haven't forgot about him. They're still searching, for the missing teen. I feel awful for this little boy. He basically, him and his mom were at home. Her stepdad was away at work. He was, supposed to go to bed. His mom went to bed. Next morning, she, wakes up to wake him up for school. He's nowhere to be found. So it's pretty devastating. Now, the parents have come out and they've done a couple interviews. Some people say they seem like they're hiding something. Some people say, no, they look like they're grieving. Me personally, I see grieving, like grief there, but I mean, you never know, I guess. I did listen to a little bit of the behavior panel, is that what it's called today? Because you guys were recommending it. I put a little bit of it on, but it was okay. It wasn't bad. I mean, they were just talking about it. But it was nice to see a different point of view, especially because they're a little bit of experts compared to us. But we're experts here on this channel. No, they don't, Teddy Mac. But I don't know why they don't do that. Like put them on the milk cartons. Like, 'cause I guess there's no milk cartons really anymore. But they could slap a label on the side of a milk jug. Shoot, I be buying milk like it's crazy. You didn't follow this one? This one's a sad one. Oh, I know, the bio dad, Ella Blue. Oh my gosh, my heart breaks for him. I didn't realize that he was so his dad is a sheriff's deputy, and I didn't realize that. And I was like, oh, well, look at that. But his dad seems like a very sweet guy. And I did hear today he has a brother, I guess. I didn't even realize that he had a brother. But they were saying on Twitter that it was like his birthday. So I don't know if you guys saw that. I think I saw it on Jennifer Coffinduffer's Twitter because I was going through. But she had it. Let me see. Because now I'm like second guess myself, but I know it was her. Because at first I thought she was saying that it was his birthday. And I was like, oh my gosh. Okay. Do I not follow her? Oh, there she is. Okay. She said, where is it? Where's the post? She had it up and now it's gone. I don't see it. But I swear it was her that said that. Maybe she got it wrong. I don't know. But it just was there like a minute ago. That's so crazy. Right before the live, it was up there. Maybe it's this. Nope. Huh. That's weird. So just forget that. I said that because I didn't confirm it. Maybe it is. Maybe we'll find out. But the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation is asking the public not to forget about missing Sumner County teen Sebastian Rogers. I think that today is the 19th day that he's been missing. So he's been missing for over 2 weeks, almost 3 weeks at this point. It has to be agony for the parents. The agency released information on its investigation into the disappearance of Sebastian, along with frequently asked questions about the case. So instead of doing like a press conference, they just did like a release. So on February 26, 2024, 15-year-old Sebastian Rogers disappeared from his Sumner County home, leading to a large-scale ground search that resulted in first responders covering about 2,000 total miles in an effort to find him, the TBI reports. Wow. That seems like a lot of ground to cover, doesn't it? 2,000 miles? What? Wow. What? Is that right? I'm just like trying to look it up because that seems like a lot. But this came from this came from them. Yeah, 2,000. Wow. That's a lot. I mean, that's go them. Wow. That's amazing. That's amazing. Sorry, I kind of was like, but that's amazing. Wow. That almost shocked me as much as the Simon Quentin, the trash thing, how much trash they went through. Um, the agency says they are continuing to work with the Sumner County Sheriff's Office and the FBI to pursue information that may be relevant to the search for Sebastian and to pursue any tips or pieces of information that may come in. We have not, this is a statement from them. We have not forgotten about Sebastian. Much of the work currently being done to bring Sebastian home may not necessarily be public or visible, but agents, detectives, and intelligent analysis continue to work around the clock to review every bit of information available. Sebastian's family has remained cooperative since the search began and have done whatever law enforcement has asked of them. I wonder if that's their way of kind of saying like they're not really suspects, but they can't really say that for sure all the way. I don't know. Yeah, Teddy Mack. I do remember that. He climbed up there and he got like in between them or he fell or something. I forgot about that. Wow. So no, they do have cameras. So we're going to watch that tonight. They have, so there was a camera. I believe it's probably at a neighbor's home and it was facing their backyard. You can only see two light sources. I guess that's what they are. That's what people are saying they are. But to me, I mean, it just looks like two little dots. But they're saying that, you know, it could be him and another person. And I've been saying, this is my opinion, just my opinion. I think maybe this could have been like a situation where like it has to do with kids. Like, what if kids got him to come out? Like they befriended him, but like on false, you know, pretenses. I feel like I would feel so bad, but I hope that's not the case. Hey, Amanda, welcome in. It's just really sad. And it says, the TBI says, at this stage in the investigation, there are few clues to indicate what happened to Sebastian or where he may be. They added, there is not proof at this time that there is any criminal element involved in his disappearance, but also there is not any proof that there is not a criminal element involved. So agents and investigators are reviewing any possibility at all that may indicate where Sebastian is. And then it says down here, in order to preserve the integrity of the investigation, we cannot discuss many of the specifics surrounding the case. But we know how many people care about Sebastian and what has been done. Why do they say it like that? Oh, okay, never mind. They're saying what they done. Okay. I was like, why do they say it like that? And it's still being done to bring him home. Also, we want to caution the public about putting too much stock into information being presented in various media forms that is inaccurate or incomplete and could be damaging to the investigation. Yes, sir. It says to refrain from sharing speculation posted by or discussed by non-official sources. No speculating, guys. Hey, Yankee Kyle, welcome in. Hey, everybody, welcome in. That's what I was talking about the other day with this case. I said, what if it's like something, I said, are there any abandoned homes there? Because I was trying to think of the guy's name and you guys had to help me in the chat. But, yeah, I remember that one. They found him like 8 years later. That's crazy. I wonder why he wanted to go in that house. I still wonder that. So we're going to go through these questions and I'm going to grab a drink and we're going to get through these. So these were questions that they were asked, the police were asked. Or I should say investigators. They are going to arrest me for speculating. I speculate too much. I speculate all the time. Oh, okay. What areas have you searched? Within the first several days of the search, more than 2,000 miles were searched on foot. Many of these areas were initially searched and searched again. Law enforcement officers have searched the neighborhoods, surrounding neighborhoods, schools, and many other areas on the county by foot. Also, his dad, his biological father, has been out there searching. He said in an interview that he is allowed to search. He has to tell he just has to tell them where he's going to be and where he's going to search. And they said that's more for like his safety. And I believe it's for that. And also maybe they want to know. So if he recovers something. There have been aerial searches with helicopter drones and a fixed wing plane. These aerial searches have been conducted on multiple days and multiple nights using thermal imaging technology. Sebastian's residence, the yard, the house, the vehicles have all been searched multiple times. The neighborhood where Sebastian lives has been canvassed. Neighbors' houses have been searched. Sebastian is autistic, and his family says he is drawn to water. Pools in the neighborhood were searched. Dive teams were brought in, and bodies of water around the neighborhood and beyond that area were searched, including caves. Oh, they got caves there. It says, what about the technology aspect? Have you collected security video from area homes and businesses? Have cell phones been checked? And he says, they say many neighbors and businesses have provided video from home and business surveillance systems. We are grateful for the cooperation. The video has been collected and from the beginning of the investigation has been analyzed and enhanced where possible by tech experts with the TBI, FBI, and Secret Service. If you want some agencies to be looking for you, that's 3 that I would be wanting to look for me. To date, nothing gathered from these video systems have been determined to be significant. We do caution that some surveillance video being shared in the public may have been misinterpreted or misidentified or not shown in its entirety. So we're going to go over video tonight, so you never know. That could be that video they're talking about. Yeah, it could be, It has been determined that it does not hold any evidentiary significance to the investigation. Numerous search warrants have been executed. Cell phone data has been analyzed, and any other available digital evidence has been collected, searched, and documented. Let me know if you guys have heard of another case or if he has any other videos out, like surveillance, because that's the only one I've heard of. So I think that might be the one the cops are talking about. You never know. With the help from the FBI, vehicles that were placed in the area at or around the time of Sebastian's disappearance have been accounted for. These videos and all electronic evidence has already been reviewed, is often also being reinvestigated. So they're saying like they reviewed mom, dad's, Sebastian's phone, Sebastian's friends, maybe. And they haven't found anything on the phones. Now normally when people like do a crime like this or something, they do something stupid, like Google something. So that's kind of like a good thing for the parents that, like a one up for them. Hey, Lenora. Hey, Ladybug. Oh, I saw you come in earlier. It's hard to see the chat when I'm reading here, so I'll keep looking over. Wow. So it says, what's going on now in the investigation? What's next? That's a good idea. I would like to know too, because you've already went out 2,000 miles. The search for Sebastian has not stopped. Every day, tips and leads are investigated. People are being interviewed and re-interviewed. Evidence that has been reviewed once already is being gone over again. We continue to ask residents in the area to search. We continue to ask residents in the area of the search to keep an eye on your property to see if anything may have been moved or displaced. I don't think at this point there's anybody that hasn't looked in their backyard, probably in the whole state. Is this a place a child could have hidden? If you have property that has ledges or holes that a teenager might find interesting and you can't search it yourself, please contact the tip line and we will have somebody check it for you. If you know Sebastian and have information about him and what he likes and how he acts that you think could be relevant, let us know. They're probably wanting to see how he acts like outside of his family, maybe. Like how he acts with his friends and stuff like that. We need Nancy Grace on the search team. We do. We really do. We really, really do. What did Roseanne say? Exactly. Yeah, Roseanne. After 19 days, he would have surfaced for food and drink. Yeah, I don't see the kid being out in the woods, surviving off deer meat, hunting or fishing or something. You know what I mean? I don't see any kid doing that, let alone a little boy that's autistic. Maybe he is because maybe he's got that superpower, but that would be amazing, wouldn't it? Like, I doubt he's like, unless he's no longer on this earth. I don't see him being on somebody's property yet, just like hanging out, coming out of the woods every once in a while to grab something off the property. That just sounds a little, like too much, but they want to hold out hope. I just don't know. I wish we knew where he was. And I hope and I pray that we find him. It says, we are extremely grateful to the members of the Sumner County community for the time, attention, and prayers being offered to help find Sebastian. The members of multiple law enforcement communities, emergency management personnel, wildlife organizations, so many other groups, along with the very generous businesses and individuals who have provided well wishes for Sebastian, along with water, food, or other comforts to searches. All of these contributions are so greatly appreciated. Thank you. That is very kind. People doing that. People helping, you know? That's what we need. We need more people like that in this world that want to help. Oh, and I wanted to say something too. I can't think of it now. I'll tell you guys in a minute. Maybe I can look it up. I was going to tell you something. Okay, I'll just remember it here in a minute. It's an update on another case. So I wanted to show you guys this also. So let me go back over here. So, just to like reiterate, he's little boy, 15 years old. He has autism. He is missing from his parents' home in Tennessee. We don't know where he went. It's been 19 days. And he walked out with no shoes, apparently, and they are missing a flashlight. So he may have taken a flashlight with him, and that's all he had. Now, that signals to me like he was meeting somebody outside or something if he took the flashlight or he heard something. But if he heard something, I don't see him going outside to investigate himself. Do you know what I mean? I don't see it. Heather, they do have EquiSearch for one of these cases we're covering, and I think it might be Sebastian's. Well, maybe they'll tell us. We've been covering so many on here. I know that EquiSearch was out there, and I remember they had the underwater sonar. They were with the underwater sonar. Yeah, he had to have met somebody outside. Like, that's the only thing I could think of. It's just, oh man. So this is going to talk about the surveillance video that came out. What was this? 2 days ago or yesterday? This article was written. So it may have came out yesterday during the day, but it's home security footage from, I believe, it's pointed towards like the back of Sebastian's house. And so I believe it's probably on a neighbor's home that, they collected it. Now, I hope the police have it. I mean, it's on the internet. I heard he was a crane operator. Yeah. Well, I guess they could do that. Yeah, they could check the road. Yeah. They probably did, I would say. I don't know. Kids do crazy things. Thank you, Noodlebug. Thank you. EchoSource Midwest was called in drone team, I think, March 3rd. So that's probably the ones that we were talking about the other night with the underwater drones. Because I was so amazed that they had underwater drones. I didn't know. And they could go for like 8 or 9 hours looking for someone. So maybe that's part of the 2,000 miles they searched. I don't know. So this is basically the surveillance video we're going to watch. It surfaced, it says Thursday, so it was yesterday, which possibly shows a 15-year-old, and it says Kentucky. I don't know why it says that. Tennessee boy before he vanished late last month. WTVF obtained home security footage, which shows 2 people near Sebastian Rogers' Hendersonville home the night of his February 26th disappearance. It is believed the video shows 2 people with flashlights moving around Rogers' home. Now, let me know what y'all think when you see this. A lot of you probably have already seen this, prior to me showing it to you. What? Is that a person or is it a bug? And what's this light source over here? Is that like a home lit up like the 4th of July? Like, you know what I mean? Like, let me know what you guys see in this, because I don't know what I see. But you know me, I always say that. I'm like, I don't see it. So we'll play this video here. It's going to show like subject 1, and then it'll be like subject 2. These little lights, that's what's going to be like a flashlight, they think. So this is a little bit about the case, and it'll show the video like in the middle of it. So we'll go ahead and play this through. And if you guys don't mind, just, taking a second, smashing that like button, subscribe to the channel. And I'll put my link for my second channel in the chat if anyone would like to subscribe over there. We'd love to have you. And hello, T. Salis. Welcome on in. We're getting ready to watch the home security footage from the back of that was facing Sebastian Rogers' home the night that he disappeared. This is actually an article too, like their news. It's news, so they'll talk for a minute.
Now been 17 days since Sebastian Rogers vanished without a trace from his Hendersonville home. And this morning, a surprising new development in the case. Security camera video from the night the teen disappeared. Good everybody, I'm Amy Watson. Nick Barris joins me now here in studio. And Nick, we've all been following this. You do have an update, an exclusive update, including a look at this new video. So what is this showing us?
I can tell you, Amy, right now, this is raising a lot of questions, all right? As we know, authorities collected security video from homes in the neighborhood looking for clues. Now, the brief video clip here you are about to see shows two lights moving overnight in an area around Sebastian's home. Not much to look at here, but look closely here. I've highlighted the lights, which investigators believe are being carried by two people. Now, the video is from around 3:10 Monday morning, February 26th, the night Sebastian disappeared. Now, as there is not much to see here in that pitch black, other than those two specks of light moving around near Sebastian's home. Now, the video is significant because it shows activity there the night the boy vanished. This very brief video clip appears to show two individuals with lights walking in what may be a common area behind the homes. One light suddenly goes out. The other one is obscured, okay, or it is obscured a bit. The other one stays put, someone just sitting there waiting. Now, I can tell you right now, there is significantly more video that I've obtained, and I'm still in the process of reviewing it all, and it does show more than you just saw there. And I will have the full video in an exclusive story tonight on News Channel 5 at 6. That's just a little bit of it.
Oh, I wonder where that's at.
And it's miraculous that they could make out that was something in the dark of the night there. So do authorities already have a copy of this video as well?
Yeah, they're still in the process of vetting it as well. Yes, they do. Now, they can't identify anyone from it, but this may be the only video found so far showing any type of activity in the neighborhood the night Sebastian disappeared.
How do you spell his last name?
Now, sources are telling me it's hard to say exactly what this video means, but it is now in the case file, and you have to understand could become much more significant depending on where the investigation leads. And again, you're going to see much more of this video tonight on News Channel 5 at 6.
Yeah, Nick, that's great work reporting. I know you've covered this from the very beginning and every angle.
Okay, so News Channel 5 at 6. Do you know how to spell his last name? Thank you, Brooke. You were like, I just said that and you were in it. You were on it. I couldn't remember because I don't follow him, but I need to. I'm going to follow him right now. Okay, never mind. I thought that was it. Did I look up the right? Why are these like all like old? Hold on. But it's the same person. Beres. You think they're flashlights? Beres. I'm trying to look it up. It doesn't. I mean, News Center 5. Why does it say? Yeah, like there's nothing on here. But I know that there is because I saw him earlier. Sorry, guys. Okay, that's not helping me. Let me see if I can just look it up like through like a Google search. Let's see if this will make it. This will come up. Doesn't look like it. Wonder if he ever if they ended up like putting it out. I mean, they should have. They should have done it at 6 o'clock. Now I wonder if this is the rest of it, because this is the one I was going to show you guys. But this might just be him. So we'll watch it and we'll look because it's only a couple minutes, I believe. But it looks like that's just the regular video. See, let me see. We'll see what's happening. Oh.
Development in the search for 15-year-old Sebastian Rogers, who's been missing for 18 days. An exclusive look at new video evidence. Thanks for joining us here at 6. I'm Rory Johnson.
And I'm Hunter Hoagland. A lot to get to here tonight. Authorities have scrutinized home security video from that Hendersonville neighborhood, trying to learn what happened to that teen with autism.
Now, you can take a look for yourself. Our Nick Barris obtained video that appears to show two people near Sebastian's home the night his parents say he disappeared.
The video you're about to see is from early Monday morning, February 26th, around 3:10 a.m. Now, there are no street lights in the Stafford Court neighborhood, so it is at night pitch black. What you will see here are these 2 points of light believed to be people with flashlights in the area around Sebastian.
I'm just going to say, I mean, this is obvious, but those people deserve lights around their property if, like street lamps, if they're paying that much money to have their home there. I mean, I saw Sebastian's parents' home and it's extremely nice. It's a very beautiful home.
Sebastian Rogers' Hendersonville home. It is believed Sebastian left his home barefoot and with a flashlight sometime overnight. Since his disappearance, authorities have reviewed security video from homes in the neighborhood looking for clues.
We have had several clips that have come in.
And this one is getting the most attention, showing signs of activity around Sebastian's home the night he disappeared. You see 2 light sources, which we've circled to help you follow. For point of reference, the security camera was pointed toward the back of Sebastian's home in a common area. In the video, you see subject 1 with a light source in the lower right-hand corner. Then you see subject 2 briefly appear and move toward the first before that light source is covered or obscured by bushes. Subject 1, a few seconds later, then moves out of frame. Then subject 2 reappears and follows subject 1 off screen. It's a short time later and it's very vague, but then you see one of the subjects moving quickly back through the common area, and that is it. I know there's not much to see here. You certainly cannot identify anyone, but those close to the investigation tell me the mere fact.
Go back just a minute. Did they say only one person ran back to the car? That wouldn't make no dang sense.
It's a short time later, and it's very vague, but then you see one of the subjects moving quickly back through the common area, and that is it.
Well, that makes no sense, y'all. I mean, if that was the case, what? There would have been 2 lights. Do you know what I mean? Unless that doesn't make any sense because where'd the other light go? Are these bugs? I don't even know. But they're saying that the 2 light sources like came together, they were coming together. And then all of a sudden, like one of them just darts off, back off in the other direction, but just one. They would have found Sebastian by now if he was there. Unless somebody threw his flashlight down, but they would have found the flashlight or they turned it off. But then how would they go that quick? Carrying somebody. I don't know. I don't know what I'm really looking at here. But I'll take it, I'll take it. I don't know. Maybe one was turned off. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, T-Salis. But yeah, that could be it. That's so crazy. Maybe we should watch this video again real quick. I've only seen it like a couple times. Okay, where did it start? So you can
video, you see subject 1 with a light source in the lower right-hand corner. Then you see subject 2 briefly appear and move toward the first before that light source is covered or obscured by bushes. Subject 1, a few seconds later, then moves out of frame. Then subject 2 reappears and follows subject 1 off screen. It's a short time later and it's very vague, but then you see one of the subjects moving quickly back through the common area, and that is it. I know, there's not.
Now, I wonder if the FBI, Secret Service, all those people that are working on the case, TBI, if they can sort of enhance this video or do some sort of heat, like lighting on it to see if it's an actual person or if it's a bug or if it's a ghost. Could be ghost. I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's different. And those do look like car headlights for sure. They do. They really do.
Not much to see here. You certainly cannot identify anyone, but those close to the investigation tell me the mere fact that there is now evidence that someone is in the area around Sebastian's home is significant. This video shows suspicious activity in the immediate area the night Sebastian disappeared. Could one of these subjects have been Sebastian? Did he meet and leave with someone? Sebastian's father says his son would not go with a stranger.
It's up in the air for me because I don't think he would get into a vehicle with somebody unless he knew them.
So what exactly are we seeing here? I know investigators are doing what they can to try enhancing the video for any more clues. For now, this video is now part of the Sebastian Rogers missing person file, and I'm told it could become more significant depending on where the ongoing investigation leads. We'll be following that. Nick Barris, News Channel 5.
I agree, T. Salas. So his father said in an interview, I was like, me too, really big. His dad said in an interview that he only plays like, okay, so his mom said he has no internet access. Stepdad said no internet access. He can only play his Nintendo Switch. That's it. He can't do nothing like that. Well, then dad comes out, interviews, and says, well, I have the internet on my PlayStation 4, but it's only people, like I only accept people I know, and he plays right beside me. But in that same interview, he said, we'll be sitting in our recliners. He'll be playing Call of Duty and I'll be playing something else. And he's like, and we'll be hanging out. So you'd have to have two separate devices in order to do that. You can't play two games on one device like that. So I don't know. I mean, I don't really know what that meant. That was like, I don't know what that means. Unless they would just take turns playing on the same, console. I could see that, I guess, but I don't know. So I'm wondering if dad could have his headphones on or something and he could be talking to somebody without headphones. I don't know. And two TVs, Cat's Life said. He's allowed to play a Switch, but he plays he said Call of Duty or something. I forget what the dad said exactly now. He said, maybe he said he was playing Call of Duty, but he said like one of those kind of games. It was like more adultish. It wasn't like a kid's game. Really, I mean, he's 15. I mean, I think that, I don't know. It's just really sad. It's really, really sad. So security footage got him. They're saying it may have gotten him and somebody else on camera. I mean, I guess it was around like 3:10, wasn't it? So it was like really early in the morning. I think that he would have had to have walked out of there to meet somebody he knew. If he walked out of there, which I don't see why he did. I mean, why he would have not walked out of there. I'm sure that the officers, investigators have torn those people's house apart looking for any biological evidence. I am sure they've done it all. If there was any cleaning agents that were on the floor in access or something, they would be like, questioning that. They'd be tearing the carpets up. So, I think that it may have been like somebody a little older than him and just somebody that was like, I don't know. I just don't like the way this is going. He did have a phone, but I believe that he left it. Thank you, T. Salas, for gifting 5 memberships. Thank you so much. Welcome on into the family, everybody. Hot Mess Express. I like that name. Thank you so much. That's really, really kind. Thank you. I like this guy, this Nick guy. He seems like he's going to stay on the case. I'll continue to follow everything that all the information we get, it's definitely crazy. So that's really like all the updates that I have, it looks like. So we'll move on to the next one. Now, Riley Strand, he went missing March 8th, 2024, downtown Nashville. He was at a bar, Luke Bryan's bar to be exact. Everyone keeps calling it that, Luke Bryan's bar. He was at Luke Bryan's bar. Apparently he was too intoxicated, so they kicked him out of the bar, which is dumb. Now the stories are starting to change, so we don't know for sure if his frat brothers left with him or if they stayed, because I'm going to read you guys a statement from the bar. So I don't know really how that's going to turn out, but we'll see. I'll tell you what happened and you let me know what you guys think. Also, let me shut out the poll from earlier from Sebastian's case. And it says, everyone vote. We had 42 votes. Do you think Sebastian's parents were involved? 48% of you guys think they were. 24% no, and 29% don't know. Wow. That was a lot more than I thought. Man, y'all are ruthless. Kid Rock's Nashville bar. Oh, I bet that one is pretty kick-ass. I think I would like that one too. My volume's low. It's pretty high. Let me know if anyone else can hear me. If you guys can hear me, okay. Move the microphone closer. Let me know, because I can always turn myself up. If I'm too low, you let me know. Since I don't have headphones in. So the Metro Police Department, Nashville Police Department, is requesting the public's assistance in locating a 22-year-old male. This is pretty much going to say what I kind of just went over, but at approximately 10 p.m. in downtown Nashville, Riley was seen wearing black square-toed boots, blue jeans, and a black and white button-up shirt. And we kind of like looked at the shirt, and it appears to be like an off-white, but I mean, it's still it's white, close to white. If you have any information, please contact the Metro Nashville Police Department at 615-862-8600 or by calling 911. Now, anybody that's seen him or seen anybody that's like related to this should be calling 911 or the TBI or anybody. I mean, you know, like getting a hold of the police. So very crazy. If he was lured away by a peer or fellow student, what kind of student has the ability to hide an autistic boy? That's true, but I think what if they hurt him is what I was kind of getting at. Like they maybe picked him up and they were going to like beat him up or something and it kind of went wrong, or that's where my head's going. That's where my head was going and since the beginning. But I don't. Hey, Holly. Welcome in, Jana. Oh, thank you. Well, we love you here too. Welcome in, everybody. Come on into the chat. We're nice. We're like the nicest people ever. I do have a nice chat. So Luke Bryan's bar came out with a statement. And if we were wondering if it was Brian or Bryant. I think it's Brian, just like the name, Brian. But this says a lot in this little statement that they put out. I mean, maybe they should have checked with the police before they put this out. I don't know. Because like it says a lot. I feel like you guys can let me know if you agree. Oh, I know this one. Yeah. It's like the more we go through, like the worse they get. I'm really wondering where Sebastian is. And I'm really wondering where, all these people are, except for, we know where Madeline is. Elijah, he's still missing. We have 3 missing people right now. Kids. I mean, I can still consider, Riley a child, not a child, but a kid. He's just still in college. He's still learning life, Nashville was packed tonight. There were so many people blocking the streets. I heard from somebody, they were like talking about how they live near Nashville or something, or they live in Nashville, or they've been to Nashville. And they're like, nobody looks around like this way when they're in a car, like driving. They always look at the car in front of them because it's always so busy. And so maybe that's why, like when he fell, those cars didn't really notice him. Well, thank you, Steve. We appreciate you. You have the best chat on YouTube, hands down. I know I'm extremely lucky. I really am. You guys are awesome. Y'all are awesome. So this is a statement. It says, in our effort to help the Nashville Metro Police Department's missing persons investigation of Riley Strain, we proactively provided detailed information quickly after his visit to our business on March 8th. This information included all security camera footage, photos of Riley at our establishment with detailed timestamps, transaction records, and staff accounts. So when I heard that, I was like, oh, that means they did serve him. We proactively engaged in communication with the Tennessee Alcohol Beverage Commission and will continue to communicate and provide any records needed to aid their ongoing investigation. Now, this is the part that is very telling. During Riley's visit to Luke's 32 Bridge, our records show he purchased and was served 1 alcoholic drink and 2 waters. Now, I don't know how they knew he had 2 waters because they don't charge you for water. You know what I mean? It wouldn't probably be on your tab. I doubt you on a weekend night, a server is going to punch in a water. They're not going to do it. They're going to sling that water at you and be like, here you go, sober up. I mean, really. And if he had drank like a couple drinks, maybe. Yeah, that's what I thought, Squeaky Will. That's what I kind of thought since the beginning. But I mean, I hope that's not it. I hope not. I mean, I just hope he's not. I hope he's okay. But yeah, so they did serve him. I don't know how they would know how many waters they gave that kid. I just don't get that part. You know what I mean? I'm like, I don't get that, like, at all. But I mean, they said 2 waters. At 9:35 p.m., our security team made a decision based on our conduct standards to escort him from the venue through our Broadway exit out the front of our building. So he wasn't taken out the side, I guess. He wasn't taken out the back. He wasn't taken out the window. He was taken out the front entrance the way he came in. So, in my opinion, if they served him one drink, that was one drink too many. If he was looking like that, unless he got rugged in that place, you know, when he had his drink, which could be totally plausible. I mean, it could even be plausible. And I'm not saying this to like throw anybody under the bus or nothing, but I've heard of people like actually putting this in their own drink and then sharing it amongst people, like a group of people. I don't know. Well, Margaret, he's been in that fraternity for a while. This is like his junior year, I believe. So I don't think they would haze him this late in the game, you know? Yeah, no, definitely. You do remember some people, Jana, for sure. I just don't know if you remember how many waters you gave somebody because it's just a busy bar, you know? But it says that he was followed down the stairs with one member of his party. The individual with Riley did not exit and returned upstairs. It says prayers. So apparently, and I kind of thought this, but I didn't want to think this. Do you think them frat boys had some girls that they were like hanging out with and they decided they didn't want to like walk with him? Or maybe Riley said, hey, I'm cool, guys. I'm just walking to the hotel. But something happened. I mean, they have it on video. They're not just like coming out and just saying like this for fun. Like they're saying that their records, their transaction records, their video, their photo. They have photos too. I wonder if they have audio. Yes, Perry. That's what I think. It might not. I mean, he was really out of it. Like the more and more I look at it, the more and more I'm like, whoa, that doesn't just look like some drunk college kid. Do you know what I mean? Like he looks a little beyond. So we'll go to this next tab. It says new clues, you know, in the search for Riley. It's just going to give us some like more details into the case and the investigation. But yeah, when he fell, he hit his head really hard. Whether he hit it on that concrete cinder block or he hit it on the concrete ground, I don't think that his shoulder would have kept him up. Do you know what I mean? Like bounce off the ground. I think he would have like collapsed and hit the ground because he was pretty inebriated. Now on what, we don't know. He did go, yeah, he went to the opposite way of the hotel. Yes, Janet. And I feel like that would be me. Gosh, that would be me. I'm so bad with direction. I truly am. Like Vincent has to direct me in the store. Do you guys want to hear something funny today or funny that happened to me today? This is how bad I am with like direction and just like not noticing things. I went to American Eagle and I got 3 pairs of the same jean now. 3 pairs of the same pants. I don't know how I did that. I only own 3 pairs of jeans, I think, that fit me. And they're all the same pair. That's my sense of direction for you. I went and picked up the same pair. So I'm going to go ahead and play this. And they're going to talk a little bit about, I believe, the like the homeless camp that they supposedly there's 2 people that came forward that said that they saw him there. And then now there's another lady that come forward and said she saw this homeless guy wearing a shirt. I don't particularly believe some of the stuff she said because she did say she didn't know that person. She never seen him before. But then she says later on in the interview, all 3 of them stay together down there all the time. So the way she worded it, I don't know. So we'll just see what the news kind of says. I was watching this earlier and I didn't get to finish it. So hopefully it has some more good stuff because it did in the beginning.
News 2, breaking news alert.
All right, thank you for joining me for News 2 at 3. I'm Mark Kelly. Let's start with that breaking news alert. The last Broadway bar a missing college student visited is providing detailed new information about what happened in those moments leading up to his disappearance. 22-year-old Riley Strain disappeared while visiting here from Missouri 1 week ago today. Now, News 2's Adam Mintzer spoke to Riley's dad and cousin and joins us now from where Riley was last seen. Adam, what did his father tell you?
They told me that they actually spoke to the Tennessee Alcohol and Beverage Commission this morning. The commission asking them for more details about Riley, assigned to them that this investigation into whether he was overserved at Luke Bryan's bar is ongoing. You mentioned that statement from the bar. Let me read a little bit of it to you, giving us a new timeline of what happened at Luke Bryan's bar. It goes, during Riley's visit to Luke's 32 Bridge, our records show he purchased and was served 1 alcoholic drink and 2 waters. At 9:35 p.m., our security team made a decision based on our conduct standards to escort him from the venue through our Broadway exit at the front of our building. He was followed down the stairs with 1 member of his party. The individual with Riley did not exit and returned upstairs. Family told me that Riley was at that bar with about 8 to 10 of his friends. Now, Mark, this all started last Friday, a week from today, when Riley was in town for a fraternity event. As you were saying, Luke Bryan's bar was the last place he was seen. He told his friends after being escorted out that he was going to go back to the hotel. It appears he went the opposite direction. The friends didn't see him back at the hotel, so they called 911 about 16 hours later, around 1:45 on Saturday. And
sorry, I was trying to get something to send, or whoops, something to send here, but
since then, the family has been not concentrating as much about what happened at Luke Bryan's bar, but where he was last seen, saying that that is what they want to know.
You can see how intoxicated he is.
We're still concentrating on the final bridge that he never came out from under. That's what we're looking for is him. That's where we want the answers. Anything that happened up to that point, we'll deal with when we can.
That final bridge is where I am right now. This was the last place Riley Strain was seen on surveillance video and within the range of where his phone was last pinged. But as his father was saying, after he leaves this area, it's
so someone said no camera. Okay, no camera on the bridge. So if you see behind this bridge, if you can look behind it, that's the stadium where the Titans play. I believe that's what that is behind there. They should have so many cameras, it would be ungodly. Do you know what I mean? They should have a ton. On the top of the building, on the sides, they got the 360 cams, they got the fish eyes or whatever they are, they've got all of them. Vincent would know. He's a camera guy, but you know. And I wonder how far out they could see. Because, I mean, that stadium's really close to that bridge. So I think that they'd have cameras there at least. They should have them on the bridge. You would think they'd have 1 or 2.
Almost like he disappeared. So their call is for surveillance video or anyone that might have been here on First Street last Friday night between the hours of about 9:30 and 10:30 to contact police if they have any information. Mark?
And Adam, we've been talking so much for the past week now about the search for Riley, but today, of course, you talked to the father, you talked to his cousin as well. You learn more about who Riley is as a person. Share that with us as well.
Mark, his cousin and dad said that while so many right now might be having the impression that Riley was the kind of guy who would go out and party with his fraternity brothers frequently, that's actually not the case. That's really just a small part of who he is as a person. They say that he was a loving family guy, called his family 3 or 4 times a day, was talking to his mom at 7:30, making fun of her a little bit for going to bed so early on a Friday night, and was determined to be best friends with his little cousins, some of which are just 2 years old. Mark?
So 7:30, and by 9:30, 9:45, he looks like that. But he's talking to his mama on the phone. And he was taking pictures of the different places they were going. Like, that's a really good kid. I just don't like it. Now, I know a lot of the time, you know, bodies of water, people that are drunk, intoxicated. But there's so many people down there, like those homeless camps. They say that 2 people come forward, but I mean, surely somebody would see him. He's 6 foot like 6'7", and he's 165 pounds or something. He's a tall, very lean guy.
Adam, thank you so much. And News 2 will have continuing coverage as officials work to find Riley Strain. And you could see the video timeline as well as all of our reporting right now when you go to WKRN.com.
There we go. I was like, what am I doing? I was writing Terry Dean back. So all the landfills right there. The Cumberland is filthy. Oh, wow. Ugh. Welcome in, Terry. Man, it looks like it. Now I wonder if they can, if sonar is hard to see, like, because it's like murky, dirty, ucky. I don't know. I thought that was the homeless camp there for a minute. For some reason, I'm going to try to get it to pull up Doodle, but it won't come. It won't go on my computer. Let me see. I put it on here. I just don't know. Is it like, no? I don't know. I have to try it in a minute. That's so weird. I'm not good with technology, y'all. I'm really not. So there is a gentleman that came forward. He went on the Banfield, and I don't know if you guys remember, but last night when Riley fell, if I wouldn't have seen him personally fall and I just saw him was getting back up and he was like stumbling, I probably would assume that he was okay and he was just another drunk person on the road. Like, I wouldn't probably look at him too much, you know, I'd be like, whoa, he's really trashed. But I would probably, like, you know, I mean, it's Nashville. Like, they probably see them, a drunk frat boy, every third person. So there's a guy that came forward and he works at like a convenience store, I think, like a convenience type of store. And he saw Riley the night he disappeared, and he saw him stumbling and that he was a mess, and he's torn up. And he said that he didn't go outside to help him. For one, he says, because there was a bunch of people in the store. And then he says, because he didn't ask for help. And so this guy is really torn up. I think that he thought he was just another drunk college student too. You know what I mean? Just coming to Nashville, you know, to party. And he regrets not going out and trying to help him now. You could tell, like, look at him, like, look on his face right now. Riley's mom actually went in and talked to this guy. I couldn't imagine being this guy.
He joins me live now. Michael, thank you so much for joining me this evening.
Can you tell me what you saw on Friday night? Strong. I love her earrings.
Yeah, yes, ma'am. I was working at the store I used to work at. While I'm watching the camera around my building, I seen him outside walking in Church Street down to Gay Street. He could barely move. He fell on the floor. He was so drunk. But I was busy at this time. I had some customer inside the store, but there is usually, we used to see this situation or kind of situation outside, specific in downtown area. And I can do nothing I could do nothing for him because he didn't ask. Most of people.
I meant to show you that part again. I didn't notice this until today, that he ran in between those cars. Like, I thought he was running on the sidewalk for some reason, like coming this way. I don't know why. I'm going to take it back just a little bit. Like, he goes in between like the cars. I don't know why I was thinking he went a different way.
I could do nothing for him because he didn't ask. Most of people here are armed like you.
I think there might have been, like I said, like a bump right there in the road, like one of those kind of like those speed bumps, so that cars can't like go in the other lane. They kind of keep them like going in and out, like flowing like better. Maybe that's what he tripped on.
Know that, so I don't like to put myself in trouble. That's why I didn't ask him.
He stays on the ground so long.
That's all I've seen at this day.
I can imagine,
you know, you
see a lot of people who've had a lot to drink in that bar. rich area, and you don't know if they might be violent. But I do have this question for you about Riley's mom. I understand she came.
I understand the violent part, but look at the kid. Look at the kid. He was no threat. I mean, he was drunk as a skunk.
To speak with you. Can you tell me about that?
Yes, man. She was here on Sunday, as I remember. She couldn't even speak to me. She couldn't even talk. She was crying. I don't know what should I say, but I didn't understand what she was saying because of crying. She broke my heart, to be honest.
But you know for sure you saw Riley because, again, he is 6'7" and 160 pounds. It's not someone you'd miss.
Yes, ma'am. Exactly.
And you've had a chance to tell the police what you saw as well?
No, I didn't.
So he hasn't told the police.
I didn't expect something bad is gonna happen for him.
So have the police not come by to talk to you about what you witnessed?
No.
Because he hasn't told the police about the incident, but he's telling Banfield.
Well, that's unbelievable. Okay, well, perhaps after this interview, they will come by and ask you some questions about the direction. Did you see him traveling in the directions that seem to be consistent with the video camera? Anything else that might have been unusual?
No, that's all.
Well, Michael Halim, I'm very appreciative that you took the time to speak with us, and I'm sorry that you're struggling with this as well. It couldn't have been easy speaking with his mom. I do want to let our audience know that if anyone has information about Riley's disappearance, please contact the Metro Nashville Police Department at 615-862-8600. I always say take a screen grab of the television set. Thank you for watching.
Oh, shoot.
Go to newsnation.now.com to find News Nation on your television provider, and don't forget to click the red subscribe.
Sorry, guys. I could not find her to turn her off. I was on the page to turn her off, and then I moved over here. Yeah, there's no way he was that drunk. Because, I mean, he's a frat boy. They can hold it a liquor a little bit better than that. But not much, but a little better than what he was. He literally was so intoxicated. There's also video of him like going down another street and he's just stumbling. It's sad. On our next live, I want to go over over Riley. SF investigates. He's not there, but he's like investigating. He's doing his thing. He's a search and rescue guy. So he's been like posting on his Twitter a lot, and I just saw it like a lot of it tonight. So we'll probably go through that like in a separate live. But yeah, it just gives his point of view and like what he might have thought happened. So you partied downtown Nashville. Terry said, I partied downtown Nashville quite a few times. There's loaded people everywhere. It's really not as safe to try to help people. Unfortunately. Yeah, that's probably true. That is probably true. That is, yeah. Michael, you make money on Banfield. Well, you can make money on YouTube too if you're Jennifer Coffendorfer. She's an expensive woman. Now I told Nancy she can come on my show all she wants, but I ain't paying her. Oh, in the last community post, I was like, oh, it won't let you go in. It won't let you do it on the in the comment section. Okay, it's like a little video of like his walk, I think there. So let's see. Now let's see if I can find the last comment because it might take too much time. We'll see. If it's like right here, we'll do it. I'll have to find it maybe later. So it's like not right at the top. And I have like a lot of comments. But it just shows like his route. But I'll find it and I'll play it for you guys by the end of the live. Oh, whoa. Let me actually check. Yeah, because I can check to see what our live was over. I mean, I know what it was over, but I can check that specific live. So like I said, I want to go over some more. Sorry, I have like the worst cough right now. Some more of Riley Strand, and we're going to continue covering the case until he's found. Hopefully sooner than later. A lot of missing people, the kids. It's very sad. Something was on there. Like he did have Pascal had a She said that she had saw a guy that had a shirt that resembled Riley's. But in that same conversation, she said she didn't know that guy. But then at the end of the conversation, I heard her say, like, she said it quick. She said, well, all three of them stay down here all the time. But she said that she didn't know the third guy that was wearing the shirt that looked like Riley's. So, and then the next interview, she said, yeah, like they stay at the camps. Like she said, like she knew him, but the first interview she didn't. She said she didn't know him, I thought. So then I was kind of confused. And it looked like Pascal was confused a little bit too. But you guys let me know what you think. I don't know. I just don't think that, but we'll go ahead and we'll go over to Elijah's case because we do have 2 more cases to cover. But this is 3-year-old Elijah Vu. He has not been found yet. He's been missing since Tuesday, February 20th. He was to stay at a caregiver's home, which the caregiver was supposed to reprimand him and turn him into a man, punish him when needed and get him to turn into a man. He's 3 years old. His mother, Katrina, Jesse Vu, the caregiver, are now in jail under Child A charges. And they go back to court. I have it right here. Katrina goes the 22nd at 4, and then Vang goes on the 21st. So they won't even be together this time. I have a whole playlist on all of these cases, though, if you guys need any updates. Like if you all of that good stuff, and I can help you. See, Salas, I thought she said she didn't know him at all. Like, I thought she said she had never seen him down there in the beginning of the interview. But I was listening while I was in the shower, so I might have missed that part. Because I just swore she said in the beginning of the interview, like, yeah, I don't know him. Like, I'd never seen him down there before. That was like the first time she had seen him down there. And he was on like a bike. But you never know. I mean, I just don't see him being down there unless these people hurt him. But it's almost like, why haven't they found him? Because they've been looking down at the homeless camps and they've been looking in the water area. I don't know. It's a crazy case. All of these they're very different and unique, all in their own. I mean, you got Riley, or let's start with Sebastian. You got Sebastian that just walks out of his home, disappears. You got Riley that walks out of a bar, disappears. You've got Elijah that supposedly walks out the front door of his caregiver's house and disappears, which I don't believe that story for one second. I mean, it's just really sad. And then we have Madeline, but she is found. And she is in her final resting place, I guess you would say. Oh, okay. I thought she just said that she didn't know him, but she knew the other 2. For some reason, I thought I heard her say that. And I meant to go back through and listen to the interview, but I didn't. Because I was going to listen to it again just to see. I was like, what did he say? But yeah, I thought he said that she didn't know him in the beginning. But so an Amber Alert has been activated for 3-year-old boy who's missing from Two Rivers, Wisconsin. What do you guys think happened to Elijah Vu? I don't know. Authorities said Elijah Vu's caregiver last saw him at 8 a.m. at his home Tuesday, February 20th, near 39th in Michigan and Two Rivers. And he basically said he was making him stand there beside the bed. And that was part of his punishment, was to stand there and either pray or say, I'm sorry, mommy, or just be in silence. He was probably in silence that night or that day because Jesse wanted to go to sleep. So he says he goes to sleep 8:30 in the morning because he gets his son off to school. So he can take care of his son, get him off to school. And then he makes Elijah stand beside him, part of his punishment, and he falls asleep. When he wakes back up at 11 o'clock, he's gone. Front door isn't open. So I guess he was courteous enough to put his shoes on and shut the door behind him. What kid do you know that can shut a door? Do you know how many times I got yelled at as a kid? We're not heating the outside. We're not cooling the outside. Anyone else's parents say that? My parents did. We're not heating. My dad used to say that. We're not heating the outside. We're not cooling the outside. It's just, it's very, very concerning. Now Elijah Vu's father is in jail. And Elijah's aunt, Linda, has come forward and she's been kind of like spearheading the, missing person campaign and out there really trying to look for Elijah. Now, I don't know where she was in his life before he went missing, but she seems very kind and very caring. Hey, ALR, is it your anniversary? Oh, ALR, happy anniversary. Look at that. How many years? I always like to know. Yeah, me too. I think that's who he got pissed off. Yep, and did something to him. I just don't know where he put him. I mean, he's not that smart. He went in and told the cops all this stuff that he did to him. That's how we know. We're not speculating over here about that stuff. He literally said, I make him stand up. I change his diaper once a day. I give him bottle food, like formula, and some dry freaking shredded wheat that nobody wants. Not even on a good day, like really no milk. Just the most horrific things you could think of. And then his mom, Katrina's like, I wasn't in town that day. Busted. She gets busted twice for lying. I think they're going to end up getting her there, getting her at the scene. I meant to do a poll for the last case, but I forgot. So we'll do one for this. I don't know how people do like polls so fast and stuff. And they're still like talking to chat. I can't do two things at once, y'all. It's hard. So the police now they searched farm waste container. What the hell is a farm waste container? Actually, now I'm thinking about it. Is it literally what it sounds like? Is it like farm animal waste? Like, let me see what it is. I've read this, but I don't know why I didn't think about that before. Dead stock and manage inappropriately. They can cause. Oh my. Unwanted or unsaleable materials produced wholly from agricultural operation. Oh my God, those officers, those poor officers. Oh my Lord. It's like the stuff that they can't sell from like meat. Compost. Yeah, I could not imagine that. I'm from the country too. You would think I would have known what a farm. What was it? Farm waste container. Oh my gosh, but I didn't know what that was. And I don't know why I didn't look that up before the live. Like when I read it, I didn't think about that. And I just did. So police this past week searched wetlands, royal areas, the West Twin River, and a farm waste container to try to locate Elijah Vu, but the 3-year-old remained missing. That's pretty smart to check that, because I could see somebody putting something in there. Two Rivers Police Captain Andrew Ratz said on March 15th, investigators have followed up on numerous tips and leads and continue to go through large amounts of video footage with the Division of Criminal Investigations and the FBI. This weekend, Ratz said police will continue their search. With warmer than normal temperatures this year and with outdoor activities increasing, we encourage continued safe searches of local recreation areas, as well as rivers, ponds, and waterways. Anyone who finds something they suspect may be related to the disappearance or location of Elijah should contact the tip line at 844-267-6648 or submit information using the Manitowoc County Crime Stoppers P3 app. There you've got people searching. Oh, man. Oh, look at the hearts. Oh. They have a lot of pictures on here. Look at that poster. That's huge. I think that's the movie theater, so that makes sense. Man, can you imagine being down there and searching, just afraid you're going to find something? I would be terrified I'd find something. Like, you want to find something, but then again, you don't want to find something at the same time. I mean, that's just your instinct as a person. I feel like. I guess that's where he was staying. Wow. Yeah, that's where he was. So hold on a second. Hold up a damn second. Because he lives inside this building, so it's 2 doors. Elijah would have had to get out 2 doors? 2 doors? Am I seeing this right? Or am I just seeing, am I not seeing this right? Because that's what it looks like to me. Like one of those apartment buildings, like I don't live in one like that. Like I don't live in anything like this, but like I have a downstairs door that stays locked. It's just it's an extra security thing. But this one looks like it's just like a regular door that you walk in. But still, he would have to go through 2 doors. At the beginning. I think it looks like it's 2. I wonder if he lived on the first, second floor. But the kid had to come out 2 doors either way. Front, like his front door, whatever the apartment is, and then this front big door. Wow. That kid ain't coming out. I mean, look at him. He is not getting out of the house like that. That's his grandmother. And then his Aunt Linda's beside her. And this is going to be on his dad's side. He's Hmong and white ethnicity. Very cute kid. I mean, adorable. The total reward for information leading to the discovery of Elijah or the arrest and charging of anyone responsible for Elijah's disappearance has grown to $40,000. After the FBI offered $15,000, Manitowoc County Crime Stoppers offered $10,000, and the city of Two Rivers offered an additional $15,000. People can donate to the City of Two Rivers Reward Fund at the police department or online. And that's a big, long thing. If you want to donate, I'll put this in the chat. I'll put like the link in the chat if you guys would like to go over and donate. That's a long link to be saying, hey there, Wiz. Oh, I hope not. But I never thought of that. Because they said he could have his blanket with him. And if you're a kid, you're not going to leave your blankie. I had a pillow. I didn't have a blanket. I had a pillow though. And I never went anywhere without it. I chewed the fringe off of it pretty much. I would put it in my mouth and I would take it out and I'd flick it at my brother. I was like 5. I don't know. I was a weird kid. But I was actually younger than that. I was like 3 or 4. Maybe even younger than that. Maybe like 2 or 3. I don't know. I was very young. I don't remember it. But my mom said I was hilarious. And I probably was. Candlelight vigil for Elijah Vu will be held at Washfield Saturday. I wonder if I have a picture of it. It's a very big field. And it is planned for 6:30 Saturday. And the field is 2201 Polk Street. Free candles will be given to the first 600 people. Wow. They expect a lot of people to be there. You're a couple years younger than me, Jen. Hey, Dreamcatcher. And hey, Rumsey. I don't know if I said hey to you, but I smiled when you came in. Hey, Mystic. Hey, Heather. Welcome in, everybody. So this will tell you a little bit about the case. Elijah was reported missing from an apartment in the 3900 block of Mishcot Road in Two Rivers at 10:59 a.m. February 20th. Daily search efforts since that day by local, state, and federal law enforcement have included canvassing of urban and rural neighborhoods, search of rivers, shores, and a landfill, and Calumet, and K-9 teams checking and rechecking various areas. I wonder where the scent, when he came out, like I wonder where the scent ended when the dogs went to Vu's apartment. Or not Vu, I'm sorry, Jesse Vang's apartment. I wonder if it stopped like towards a car where a car would be parked. I don't know. That's okay, Wist. You're here now. Really? I still can't believe like it eventually became strings. I remember a lot of people had those real thick like Afghan blankets. I never had one though. Sorry, when I got in the chat, my daughter tossed up her milk. Oh no. Oh no. I drink chocolate milk every night before bed. So bad. It's so bad. These guys have been searching everywhere. They've had canines searching. Now they are looking for a 1997, I believe, Nissan Altima, and it's gold beige in color and it's rusted all around the bottom. And they are looking for that on the 19th, the day before Elijah went missing, between the hours, I believe, of 2 and 9. I'm wondering what that car has to do with this disappearance. If Vang bought that car off somebody for like $800 or $700 or whatever it may be, just to carry it out. like this plan, like maybe this was planned, maybe it wasn't planned, and he bought the car anyway to transport Elijah, so that he wouldn't have biologicals in his car. I don't know. I just really believe that he did something to him. And I believe Katrina knew. I don't believe her for a minute. They also issued a Amber Alert, and it just says, part of their investigation, police arrested Elijah's mother, 31-year-old Katrina Barr of Wisconsin Dells, and her boyfriend, 39-year-old Jesse Vang of Two Rivers. They're both being held at the Manitowoc County Jail on child neglect charges. Oh, sorry, I said child neglect, sorry. Bauer was bound over for trial after appearing in Manitowoc County Circuit Court on March 14th. Her next court date is at an arraignment scheduled for 4 p.m. March 22nd. She faces one felony charge of chronic child neglect, a felony charge of child neglect involving a 6-year-old child, and 2 misdemeanor charges of obstructing an officer. And she has a 6-year-old child. That's who they're referring to. And we read all that like in the PCA. Vang also made a brief appearance in court March 14th via Zoom from the county jail. However, he has not been yet assigned an attorney from the Office of the State Public Defender, so his preliminary hearing is rescheduled for 10:30 on March 21st. And I don't know if you guys heard, but Vang said to the judge, like, I deserve a right to a speedy trial. I deserve an attorney, like all this stuff. And the judge was like, I'm not your lawyer. We're just going to get you a public defender, dude. That judge ain't having it. Vang faces one charge of felony child neglect. According to the criminal complaint, Elijah was staying at Vang's Two River residence at the apartment and then 3900 block of Mishcot Road for more than a week before he was reported missing at 10:59 a.m. Now, we know he was seen on video at February 16th, and it was at like a car detailing or place or like something like that, like where you can go and buy like car stuff. Now, I'm wondering if he drove that car or something, that gold car, and they're just trying to look for the gold car. There it is. Look at that hunking piece of junk. I mean, come on, guys. That thing ain't going to get you from point A to point B hardly. I don't know. It's an Altima. They might. Those cars last forever. Police have been seeking surveillance video from the public of a vehicle they recovered as part of the investigation, a 97 four-door Nissan Altima, beige in color, bearing Wisconsin registration beginning with A and ending in O. And like I said, they have police have said their interest in this vehicle is not with the current owner of the vehicle, only in the camera footage captured between 2 and 9 p.m. February 19th. I'm wondering if he sold the car. I'm wondering if he sold the car to somebody. And that's what the cops are thinking. Like, he got rid of the car. He either sold it, put it in a river, but if he crushed it, they would already come forward. You know what I mean? Whoever crushed that car would already come forward. Police have said neither Barr or Vang is the owner of the vehicle. Well, how you all know if they got it paid in cash? And they just slap someone else's sticker on that license plate. I don't know. JLR, man. He does have the boots on the ground. Look at his pictures. Police describe, I already said that, being Hmong and white ethnicity, dark brown hair, brown eyes, 3 feet, birthmark on his left knee, last seen gray sweatpants or gray pants, a dark colored long sleeve shirt and a pair of red and green dinosaur slip-on shoes. He may also be carrying a red and white plaid blanket. Damn. I think that he didn't come out of that house. Thank you so very much, Mary Beth, for gifting 5 memberships. Thank you. We all going to be green in here tonight. We got some memberships rolling in. Thank you so much. That's so nice. Don't forget to hit the allow gifts and don't forget to thank them. T. Salas and Mary Beth have gifted some memberships tonight. That's so very kind. Thank you. No, he didn't. That baby boy didn't deserve made a man by a monster. Yeah, made a man at 3 years old. Can you imagine imagine you at 3. You don't even remember 3, but this kid will remember. If he's still, here, which I hope so. Gosh, he's so cute. As soon as I first saw his picture, I was like, Yeah. Yeah, they couldn't even potty train him. They had him in diapers still. 3 years old. Oh, my lordy. My mom wouldn't have done that. She was like, you better get on that toilet. So this is the the last post is 7 hours ago from Two Rivers Police Department, which it might be like 8 or 9 now if I refresh the page. But it says release date March 15th, 3:05 p.m. Well, that's what it was. Elijah Vu has not been found. We continued our search efforts this week. Several large searches took place in wetlands and rural areas. The West Twin River, and a search of a farm waste container thanks to the help from Maritime Liquid Waste Transportation, LLC. Searchers included local and state law enforcement, firefighters, and public safety college student volunteers. We followed up on numerous tips and leads and continue going through large amounts of video footage with the DCI and the FBI. Jesse Vang at Virginia Bar appeared in court on Thursday, March 14th. Bar waived her right to a preliminary hearing and has an upcoming arraignment hearing on Friday, March 22nd. Vang has not yet attended legal representation, or attained, sorry. So Vang's preliminary hearing was adjourned to Thursday, March 21st. There's the visual tonight, 6:30, which they should have been already gone. And it says, we are grateful for the public's continued support and volunteer search efforts with warmer than usual temperatures, which we already read this, and with outdoor activities increasing, we encourage continued safe searches of local recreational areas, as well as rivers, ponds, and waterways. So they're saying, if you go out and you go camping, you go out there, you go on the water, you go boating, kayaking, fishing, whatever you do, be vigilant, keep your eye out. If you see a little boy, you see something, or like you see him, or you see something that's related to him, like a red and white plaid blanket, a dinosaur shoe, maybe a little shirt, pair of like little pants that he wore, I'm sure that those things would be very valuable. Really, Silver Sock? Not me. I was out of diapers at 2. My mom would have been like, you better get on that toilet, girl. But they never changed his diaper. That was the problem. That's the big problem. I mean, I don't know. I think I was probably trained at 2, but if kids are not at 3, I can kind of see it, but not when you're not changing their diaper at all. Good golly. I mean, that's just like, that's kind of scary. I just need to fast forward this video a little bit. Okay. Where is, let me see. Okay. We'll go over to Maddie Soto's case, and then we'll cover these cases more in depth too. I just wanted to give you guys like a little update on each one. So you had a little bit of a fill for the night. His little dino shoe. Yes. And oh my gosh, that's, yeah. Yeah, Brooke, that's when I was like probably trained, I think 2. Exactly, Mystic. That's what I was saying, because I mean, like, there was a point in time where I was in the hospital and people had to take care of me. I mean, like, I went from catheter to using the bathroom by myself, like on a board. I had to slide across because my legs are metal. You know what I mean? I have metal all in my body. So if I were an adult, felt like I wasn't taken care of, like helped, then I was like, I couldn't imagine. Like I, and let alone a little boy that's 3 years old, he's going to poop and pee, and he's going to do it multiple times a day, because that's what kids do. You give them food that's coming right out. I mean, how many, oh gosh, I don't even know how many times you change a diaper in a day, because I don't have kids, but I have a nephew and I used to change his diaper all the time. Punish them more serious by 18 months. Yeah, my mom used to put me on this little potty thing because I was so skinny. I was so small. My mom had to put me on that. That's kind of sad. So this is Madeline Soto. I believe everyone knows Madeline Soto by now. She went missing on her way to school. She never made it. And her stepfather, Stephen Stearns, is now in custody for her unaliving and he's on hold for 60 charges of child P now. We're waiting on him to be charged. Now he does have a trial date. So that's something that we do have. He's the prime suspect in Madeline's case, but he has been charged with 60 different counts of child P related to her, ever since going back to like her being a very little girl, 5, 6, very little. I could see that, Roseanne. I was going to think, because boys are boys, and They probably can't control themselves. Because I could see that, definitely being it. So Court TV came out with a video, and they came out with it's from, I think, Julie, that's her name. It just says disturbing new videos. Like, what did our mom know? And I thought we'd watch it together. It's just like a small segment on here that's like part of a longer segment of a show. But they're just focusing this part on, the disappearance, and the focus is on like Stephen Stearns and, of course, her mother. And let me close out the poll. I just remembered. So, do you think Katrina was involved? 66% said, 64% said yes, 4% no, 31% don't know. That's a good poll. You guys are all being honest, I feel like, so that's good. Okay, so we'll go over here. If you guys don't mind taking a second, hitting that like button. I think I've only said a couple of times tonight. Try not to bother you too much. And thank you guys for the memberships tonight. That's very nice of you.
Welcome back. And now for what's trending in true crime. The disappearance and death of Madeline Soto has grabbed national headlines. But the focus remains on the adults who were around this 13-year-old child, particularly Stephen Stearns. This guy has yet to be charged in connection to Soto's death. He's the mom's boyfriend, but he's been held without bail this morning on charges of sexual battery of a child. Police said that Stearns had been abusing Madeline Soto since she was 11 years old. How disgusting is that allegation?
Oh, sorry,
No,
I thought
there's
it was
more.
longer.
Stearns' past was discussed on the podcast Gray Hughes Investigates recently, and a man who goes by the name Ryan told the podcast that he was a childhood friend of Stephen Stearns, and he saw many red flags.
There's just a lot of details about my interaction with Stephen, just as being, preteen and teens, that he was a very strange, weird kid. Just collecting semen and bottles. My dad runs out there from the front.
Semen and bottles. Who does that? Can we say that word on YouTube? I don't even know, but I did. I'm sure we can. That's educational. But who? I mean, who? Guys, did you guys do that? Is that a guy thing? Is that a guy thing? Because I don't think so. That would be so weird. Can you imagine going to his house and he has like a collection? Oh my God. He's weird. That's weird. How did Jen not see the weirdness? Like that. Like if he's openly doing this in front of his friends, why wouldn't he openly do this in front of somebody he cares about? Like, I don't know.
And goes to the barn and, sees this person, doesn't know who it is, sneaks up on him, and there was a light switch on both sides of the overhang where the cars are parked. My dad flicks it on and has his Glock 10 millimeter pointed at the person, tells him to turn around and startles him, and it's Stephen. And he was over there with a camera, and it appeared to be he was trying to take pictures of whatever my mom was doing.
That's his friend. This guy was in the garage with the camera or whatever, trying to take pictures of this guy's mom, like in a state of undress or something. Wow. Can you imagine your friend doing that to your mom?
Collecting samples of semen? How disgusting is that? Now, I want to be very clear here. Court TV has not independently verified these stories. This is just what the podcast had shared, and we're certainly very interested as we're covering the case of little Madeline's death. Our question today, though, is focused on mom. Does Mother Jennifer Soto know more than she's letting on? Let's bring in our power panel. Still with me, retired DEA Supervisory Special Agent Michael T. Wilhite Sr. and forensic death investigator, professor at Jacksonville State University, and the host of the Body Bags podcast, Joseph Scott Morgan. All right, so let's talk about mom. What does mom know? Does she know more than she's letting on this morning? Michael Wilhite, will you start us off, please?
She's so kind.
Well, one thing for sure, those investigators are going to find out if she knows more. And 9 times out of 10, mom knows more. I'm just speculating, but I'm pretty sure mom knows a whole lot more than what she's letting on.
And did mom have indications of the creepiness? I mean, right, you know, she's with the guy. Like, how well do you know your partner? We're hearing this guy's creeping around with a camera, collecting semen samples. Joseph Scott Morgan, you've heard of a lot during your career. Have you ever heard of creepy, disgusting stuff like this?
Yes. Yeah, and generally it goes to serialized behavior most of the time, and starts at a young age, and it escalates from there. I think my biggest fear is if this individual has been specifically identified in relation to this.
Does anyone else notice that they look identical? Identical? Literally. When people say I look like my mama, I didn't notice it until I got a little bit older, and I'm like, oh my God, I do look like her. This little girl looks like a spitting image of her mom. Do you think that he thought that? And do you think that if she didn't have anything to do with this, I mean, I couldn't imagine the thoughts going through that woman's mind, but we don't know.
Are there any other
very
cases
fishy,
out
I will
there,
say
Julie?
that.
I think that's probably the most chilling thing about this. Is there some way they could go into CODIS if they have a sample from him where he has not been hooked up on charges previously and see if there's any kind of involvement in any of the open cases that might be out there? And
like they may have open cases where they have the DNA, but they don't have the match to it. And then he might even start matching with people.
I can, I bet you dollar to donuts that they are going to go down that road, I would imagine, to see if anything else is involved. And yeah, to my friend's comments about mama knowing, they're domiciled in this residence together. She has to have some kind of level of awareness that things were going on in there, and that's going to bear itself out. Remember, he's charged with a sex crime at this point in time. That's a big clue as to what they're looking at here.
That's right, Professor. You're absolutely right. Photos of him with her, sexually abusing her, have been located on his phone. It's just a matter of time till those homicide charges get filed, if you ask me. Great points from you both. Let's move to another big trending story now. There's a recent development in the case of missing 3-year-old Elijah Vu, and it points to a now deleted photo from his mother's phone. According to the criminal complaint, court documents show a photo of a 3-year-old laying on a bed, blindfolded. The complaint says that Vu had bruising on his jawline, the left side of his neck, and on the upper part of his left arm. Now, the search continues this morning in Wisconsin for that precious 3-year-old. And prosecutors are moving forward with child neglect charges against mom, Katrina Bauer on the left there, and mom's boyfriend, Jesse Vang, the enforcer, as he called himself, on the right. He was watching little Elijah when he disappeared, claims he woke up from a nap and Elijah was gone. The state believes that Bauer here may be trying to hinder the investigation to help her boyfriend.
What's up with their eyebrows? They lost them.
She also,
look at this.
Bauer here may
what do? Lose their eyebrows?
Be trying to hinder the investigation to help her boyfriend.
She also was encouraging the co-actor not to cooperate with law enforcement. On February 20th, she was messaging the co-actor to not say too much. Don't let them, or no, don't talk, ask for an attorney, those types of things.
Can you believe that? Your kid is missing and you're telling him don't talk. So she knew all that she knows. She knows something.
All right, so our question about this, could we see some conspiracy charges found in the future against mom and boyfriend? Joseph Scott Morgan, Michael Wilhite with us. Professor Joe, what do you say, please?
Yeah, again, it goes back to knowledge of what's going on in your own home. And if this is being played out and demonstrated digitally in this manner, yeah, I'd say there's a pretty high probability that could in fact happen.
She had to have taken a look at that phone.
We won't know where this baby's at. That's what it comes down to at this point in time, and they need to press.
Isn't that the truth? All we can hope is that this child is alive, but things don't look good, as we know. Michael Wilhite, will you take us home on this point, please? Do you think that these two actors might have acted in concert together in terms of what happened to little Elijah?
Julie, again, based on what the information we got right now, and I've called it before early in other cases. She's definitely going to be, there's definitely conspiracy here. She's definitely going to end up continuing in an orange jumpsuit along with her boyfriend. I think that stand by your man has gone too far. It's going to get her in trouble, has gotten her in trouble. Unfortunately, you got a young child that, that has reached the bad part of her standing by her man.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that the truth?
Mom, huh?
Do you think both of them?
Yes, a mom. Exactly.
I think they're done here. But do you think that Katrina and Jen Soto could have been involved in those cases? And wow, man, people are messed up. There's Ashley. I was trying to get your attention. I said, Ashley, your man's coming on as soon as I saw him. But they do have a trial date for Stephen Stearns. This judge is not messing around. They got a trial date for him already. They're like, we're just going to send you on through the system. We don't even want to look at you. You're gross. Oh, Mary Beth's son. Happy birthday. Oh, yeah, you told us that last night. Oh, 22. That's a good age. That's a fun age. Yeah, Aries, are you here? Aries, are you here? Aries will come out and we're like, yes. So this is prime suspect here. Looks like shit. He looks like hell. Also, this is in Florida, so those people don't mess around down there. They don't care. They're already ready to put the needle in his arm. Literally, they're probably already thinking about it. That's how they are down in Florida. And with his charges, he ain't never getting out. If he's found guilty of any, 60 charges they got him on, and it's all like video, photo evidence. Like what? I think it was like what 400 pictures or something, and like videos. Oh my gosh. So it says that the prime suspect in the disappearance and death of 13-year-old Madeline Soto will soon be on trial in Escala County, and we'll be watching it. According to updated records from the Escala County or Escala, I say it right. I say it wrong. Clerk Stearns' trial will begin on May 13th. Wait a second. Is Jan in here? Yeah, she's right there. I was like looking for the blue. Isn't that the same day as? Is that the same day as Richard Allen, May 13th? Because I'll be streaming from both places. I'll take 2 devices with me. That would be kind of funny. Be like, hold on, guys, I'm in court, but just be quiet. Because if it is, then we'll figure it out. But his case might be postponed or something. I'm not sure. You know how they've been doing. Madeline was found dead on March 1st, a few days after she was reported missing in Orange County. Before her body was found, Stearns was arrested in Kissimmee after police found disturbing images on his phone. While Stearns is yet to be charged in relation to Madeline's murder, the state attorney office filed 60 new charges against him earlier this week. Among those charges were counts of unlawful possession of materials depicting S performance by a child and 8 counts of S battery on a child under 12. If convicted, Stearns could be sentenced up to life in prison. They should be able to give him the DP. Oh, Lenore, your son's about my age. I'm 38. Vincent's 35. Lucky guy. According to documents obtained by a WEC, really? WESH. I think I'm so dyslexic. I can't see things right. Further investigation revealed more images and photos depicting criminal acts, and this is a form where the new charges stem. Court documents filed by the state attorney's office claim Stearns SA'd a child as far back as 2019 when Soto would have been 8. So not 11. I don't know why. I thought it was like 6, but on the morning Madeline went missing, Stearns allegedly dropped her off a few blocks away from her middle school in Orange County. According to police, they believe this never happened. Stearns faces no charges related to Madeline's death, but is being held on no bond for his other charges related to S battery. So he's going to be charged. I don't know if they're just waiting to find the bodies on some of these, Elijah and Madeline, if they're waiting like on tests to come back, and if they're just waiting on the body like be found. That's what I'm just wondering what they're waiting on with these cases, why they're not charging these people. I can't wait till they charge them. Can you imagine getting 60 count indictment though? You're sitting there in your cell. You think you got like 3 charges. You're stressed now about them 3 charges. All of a sudden, bam, they hit you with a 60 charge count. Wow, you got a lot of babies, Mary Beth. 11, 13, 14, 16, and 22. Look at that. My brother has 5. Yes, very large family. That's very good. You have a lot of kids take care of you. That's what I'd be saying. Oh, you can't take in electronic devices. Oh, yeah. I'll leave it in the car. I'll try. I'll be the person that takes it in on accident. Just remind me, Jen. Okay, that's what I thought. Because it said when I read it, I was like, wait a minute, that sounds familiar. I have plans on that day. But we'll figure it out. We'll see what happens. Because, they'll probably end up delaying one of the cases. That's usually how it goes in these cases. Look at Brian Koberger. He's delayed till 2025 or something. That's a lot of gray hairs. I got a lot. Is that the message I saw? Yeah, okay. Oh, along with your watch. Dang. With my... But how am I going to tell the time? I guess I can just buy a watch, like a regular old watch. Because I always do this. You're going to see me doing this, Jan. I'm not going to be looking at anything. I did that at work one day. I forgot my watch and literally I was like doing this every 5 seconds. This thing's heavy too, so I will really feel when this thing's not there because it's the titanium one. So it's like, oh, I'm not doing a workout. Forget that. But yeah, it's like pretty hardcore. I think that's all I had for you guys. Let me see here. If there's anything else. Whoa, my camera just like did something funky. I think it like turned the filter thing on. Turn that thing off. And that's all I have for you guys for tonight. I think that we've kind of covered everything. All the new updates. I think that's all I have. You know what I could do though, really quick? Because we kind of went through those updates pretty fast. Let me see here. We're just going to look up. We'll look up like each case. On I'm going to look it up on Twitter because you know how like news comes through there. Pretty quick. Oh, I just spelled his name really wrong. What's this? Is this tonight? Okay. Is Chris the stepfather? I can't remember. Or is he the father? I think that Chris is the stepdad, right? Of Sebastian. No, I can't remember. Because Seth is his real dad. And Chris is his stepdad, right? And did I get that right? Seth is his real dad. Chris is his stepdad. Yes. Okay. That's the way. Okay. Chris's stepdad. Okay. Because it looks like he's been talking somewhere, like on Facebook or something. Okay. Let me show you guys this. Let's see. It says, I guess this is his Facebook. Yes, I am confirming that the dogs had a scent that led them to the construction site. No signs or evidence reveals Sebastian was there. Please keep in mind that dog tracking isn't as credible as you think. The idea that somebody hurt Sebastian and threw him into a wet, fresh, paved driveway is funny. To bury a body in concrete, it would need to be at least 12 inches thick. Secondly, you have to smooth out the concrete and finish it before it's dried. All of that is done while the concrete is poured and being set. Well, sir, it's not improbable. It's not improbable. I mean, Yeah, it's very weird. Why does he be talking on Facebook? Why are you talking for? Well, Chloe's... Okay, yes, I'm confirming. The dogs had a scent that led to the construction site. No signs or evidence reveals Sebastian was there. I guess the same exact thing he said. So never mind. I'm just kidding. That's not credible. That's just copy. She's copied what he said. Looks like that's all though. Like, man, wow. It's very sad. I hope they find him. Mario, I went through that. That's the statement I went through earlier. That's the statement I went through earlier. Okay. All right. Looks like we're doing okay. Let's see here. Who do we want to look up next? Let's look up Elijah, which I looked him up earlier. And I think that we have covered everything. Yeah, that's old. Yep. Same thing that I kind of told you guys about. I think I kind of give you guys the news pretty quick. I try to. I mean, even if it's like that night or something. I try to get it to you as fast as I can. A lot of times we're on the live when stuff happens. I was really hoping we would be on a live tonight and someone would be found. Like, good. You know, somebody, anybody? Oh, and JLR put this on his Twitter. So I don't know if he got the paperwork or what. I don't know how he knows. But it says court records, so I'm assuming he got the records. But it says, according to court records, Stephen Stearns is considered extremely suicidal and is being held in isolation in jail, which we already knew he'd be in isolation because, I mean, he's a high-profile criminal. And also, I kind of assumed he'd be on S-Watch because he's a high-profile criminal. His trial for S crimes against Maddie Soto has been set for May. So, I don't know. It's very sad, all these cases. Yeah. Yes, thank you, Jan. That's good. Everyone, please do something to decompress. Yeah. These cases are so hard to listen to. They really are. They're like really hard to go through too, you know, like research them. Because then you get attached. You do. You just can't help it. You can't help it. You get attached to them. And then there's some that you just really get attached to. You know what I mean? Like some people are like that in Summer Wells's case. I'm really attached to the Madeline Kojikari case because that little girl is not even from this country. No one's looking for her. And I think that's got a lot to do with it. I need to take me a trip down to North Carolina. Yeah. Yeah, he's going to try to take the easy way out. Yep. He's not sad. He's just sad he got caught. Yeah, that's how they always are. He'll find God next week when he finds out he can get out of his cell for 1 hour a week, you know? He'll be like, yeah, sure, I found God. I love God. I love that Jesus guy too. Everyone in jail finds God. Or in prison because you get out of your cell for 1 hour a day. Why not? You get to be around other people. Oh, okay. I'll go over there. Oh, I got a notification. Look at that. I wonder if oh yeah. Okay, how do I look at the picture though? I'm really bad about this stuff. Like I don't see that. I'm really bad. I don't know how to do it. Like I don't know how to look and see where the picture actually is. Isn't that so bad? I'll pull it up and see if you guys can tell me. Jesus playing a hide and seek champion of the world in prison. Yeah, he is. Like, how do you do it? Do you press on this? Press on. I'm so bad with Twitter. See, I don't see how you do it. Like, I'm so bad. I have 1,000-piece one to do. I'm scared my dog will steal the pieces. We have one from Christmas. Vincent got it like a Christmas, like one of his Christmas parties for work or something. And it was pretty funny. Yeah, I just want to see the picture. I'm not good at this. I'll have to figure it out later, y'all. And then do it. But I like your name on there. That's cute. I don't have a lot of people on mine. I have 228 followers and I'm following 63. Look at me rolling over there with the big following. But I do a lot of like posts on Twitter. Like if I'm on there and I see something, I'll retweet it. I've been trying to do short videos too, if you guys have noticed. I put one up of Mia today because it was just cute. But I've been trying to do like true crime videos, like shorts. And I've been doing them on TikTok. And I do other videos on TikTok. So if you want to check me out over there, you can. I just do all kinds of little videos. I put one up of Mia, like the one I put up on YouTube. That was when she was a puppy. That was the first day we got her. She's in a bed. Vincent went and bought her a dog bed for the ride home. And now she's huge. So I'll have to take a new picture of her to show you guys. She's a lot bigger. But yeah, I think that's all I have for you for tonight. That was a pretty good little Friday, you know? That was a pretty good little Friday. You should not be home on Twitter. I only, I get like some information off of Twitter, like the people that I know. That's why I have such a short, like, that's why I only follow 63 people. And like all of the bad stuff, like all this, the grossiness of Twitter, I'm always like not interested. I hit that so many times, they don't even show nothing really bad on my page. It's nice. Oh, did you miss it? That one's an old one. I actually think I have pretty good views on that video. It was my best video and I had like 600 views and I thought I was so cool. Man, now look, just that's how you got to do it. You loved it all. Thank you. Yeah. If you go back to like my oldest videos, I have my first video I ever done on this platform and it's from 2020 and it's literally me sitting in my kitchen when it was painted this like orangey color. And it's me saying like, doesn't it suck that we're stuck in for COVID or something? I said the word, oops, sorry to YouTube for C, and it was just something like that. I was just bored. And then I got off the platform. I didn't really post after that. I posted like some trauma stuff here and there. And then when I came back to the platform, I was like, oh, this is what I want to do. I want to do true crime. And that's what we've been doing. Actually, my dog gets into cracker boxes. We put on a lock our page for this week. That's funny. Oh, that's so funny. That's funny. Oh man, you have to lock up your things. Well, our dogs do that with the cat food. We put it up on the counter even for him. I don't know how that cat gets me to let him up on there. Y'all, I don't know how he's 16. He can do whatever the heck he wants. He can really do whatever he wants. Okay, let me go back up. He just goes wherever he wants. He likes to sit by Vincent because Vincent sits by like the kitchen island. He likes to get up there and just sit beside him. Just hangs out. Boys will be boys, He's the only other boy in the house. Oh, I think I missed one. Y'all, my cat stole a whole bag of Lay's barbecue chips earlier off the bar in the kitchen. Got his head stuck and proceeded to run around, freaking out, spilling chips everywhere. Then my basset pup followed him, eating chips and barking, making the cat run faster. That's so funny. That's so funny. That sounds like our house, which I was just about to say Mia, and she's not back there, but Mia and the cat, they usually don't like each other very much. They're just like there, they put up with each other, but they've been laying together the last few nights. I'm like, what's going on here? We should do something like a Secret Santa this year. That'd be something fun. Yeah. Even if we did like members or something. And then if somebody like that wasn't a member wanted to pop in, that way we can keep track of it. That would be fun. Man, he got himself a whole bag of chips. That's funny. Speaking of chips, I'm hungry. I'm going to go eat something. I had some French fries earlier before the live, but that didn't fill me up. But thank you guys so much for being here tonight. I appreciate you guys so much. I love that we have our sign back up. Every time I look back there, it just feels like the studio's back. It's getting there. Still have some decorating to do, but we'll get there with all of it. But thank you guys again for being here tonight. If you would, don't forget to hit the like button on the way out. Subscribe to the channel. We would love to have you here on our channel. And I will see you guys all tomorrow evening. It'll be earlier than tonight. Vincent stayed home today. I haven't stopped all day. That guy got me. He's home tomorrow, but I told him I'm sleeping in and all that. So I'll see you guys all tomorrow evening. If not before the live, I may go live a little bit earlier. So I'll see you guys all tomorrow and have a good night. Bye, guys.